poets, and the rich scale scene and the poker supreme, often known as a sex machine. I'm the latest pet and the man's threat. If you're looking for better, they ain't made it yet. I know I'm tough, I got the soul. When they made the wolf, they broke the mold. I'm a super wolf from Cherry Hill. I never went, and I never will. My daddy was a player, my grandpa too. I don't know nothing else to do. So when you hear this beat and you hear my howl, you know the wolf is on the prowl.
Okay, we haven't found the Super Wolf yet. We're going to try here at the Carriage House Antique Mart and Cafe. Maybe frou-frou, we'll see. Okay, so this booth has several crates of albums. As you can see, there's some 45s on the wall, a couple boxes of 45s here. You see that server walking by because we're in a very unusual location I'll elaborate on later. Okay, so we've got this unknown private press. We got this teenage hippie girl playing the auto harp. It's probably worth $1 or $100. Who knows? Oh, okay, I'm going to look it up on my phone here. Folk music from the Ozarks, $11. Okay, so I didn't film a lot of flipping here, but you can see I found a couple of good records. Alright, the wolf is hiding well, but I did get some records. I got this Prince, Around the World in a Day. I got this Blind by Brook Breeding Flower in the Wildwood. It's apparently Ozark Mountains hippie babe folk music to go along with my dulcimer music. And I got a bunch of 45s. Okay, so I'm interjecting from home here to tell you a little bit more about the record hunting at the Carriage House Mart and Cafe. So the first booth I found with records, the vendor was actually restocking as I was there, so I didn't do any video there, and I ended up not buying any records from that particular booth. And then the film you saw, there was that booth that was it was set up very weirdly. So there is a small restaurant, a cafe that's in the back of the building. So you walk through the entire antique store to get to the restaurant. And then the way it's set up is there's the dining room where you'd be if you were a customer. There's a kitchen. And then there's that walkway between the kitchen and the dining room where that one record dealer's booth is actually set up. And so when I was looking at that box of 45s, you saw the waitress literally walking by. And that would happen while I was in that room, which was a little bit weird. Fortunately, you can stand off to the side and you're not actually in their way. Some of the 45s you're going to see in just a second. Some of the ones, and they were sort of like the unknown country. There were some unknown country promos in that box, and there was also like some early 60s pop sort of records were the main things that were in that particular box of 45s. And then there was another vendor with a lot of 45s that I didn't film. The reason why I didn't film that one, there was a couple of reasons. One was that this vendor's booth was located right by where the cashiers are, and the cashiers would literally be staring into there. So that would be kind of awkward from that standpoint. Also, this vendor had the way that the 45 boxes were set up, and there were also comic books in this booth, was that the records were hard to flip through, and it would have been almost impossible for me to film and flip through anyway. And especially 45s are harder to film as a flip video than full-size LPs because you usually don't have a picture sleeve. You either got a white generic sleeve or no sleeves at all. And so now this particular person, they had one box with unsleeved that were $1. You're going to see one of them that I did buy. And you're going to see a couple that I did buy. They had all their 45s alphabetized, which is, of course, good news and bad news. Good news in that if you have something specific you're looking for, it's easier. The bad news being that this is somebody who's obviously knows a bit about 45s and is pricing them accordingly, and you're not going to find any big deals there. But that was kind of fun to flip through anyway.
And so Larry Perkins is, from what I looked up, is bluegrass. Burchett's is mystery music from southeast Missouri. Vince and Diane Hatfield, Gotta Buy Hatfields. Ramsey Lewis Trio. Jerry Jeff Walker. Pretty Clean the Trogs, I spent probably a couple bucks too much for. Coleman Hawkins. Lou Christie, Lightning Strikes Again. And I won't turn down Susie Quattro for $1, even though it's that terrible song, Stumbling In. Alright, let's try to find the wolf here at Yarborough's Antique Mall. Hey, do we need a new turntable? We got choices. Alright, we just picked up a couple things inside there. We got Dick Hyman, Topless Dancers of Corfu, because how could you not buy that? Marlowe and Slim Chewin' Tobacco Rag 2. It's like a country novelty record. It's actually supposed to be worth like a few dollars. And then for $1 we got some Pablo Cruz, so in case I ever need to show a yacht rock record, I've got one. And the best of Eric Burden and the Animals, Volume 2 for $1. Couldn't find Volume 1.
Okay, so at this point I've been through 4 different antique malls here in Wolfville. I've had no sighting of the big bad wolf, the super wolf, not on the 7-inch, not on the 12-inch. Haven't really seen any of the rockabilly that Wolfville is known for either. But you see, I still find some things that I'm willing to buy, willing to pick up, to still find some sort of interesting music. But I've got more places to go. I've got an actual independent record store to hit, and we have the thrift stores to hit as well. And we'll be doing those in the next episode. And if the Super Wolf is here in Wolfville, we are going to find him.